Hello everyone, my name is Pavli and in spring 2025 I started drawing. Ever since I fell in love with color pencils. Today in this video we'll continue with these Brutfuner round pencils, and in the last video I started with some tonal sketching of mushrooms, and today we'll continue. I'll stay in range of like blues and greens, which is like totally random. Like there's no reason for this, okay? Like no like specific reason for this, and I will talk you through it, like what I'm doing and why am I doing what I'm doing, etc. So I actually started new sketchbook, which is this A5 format, and it's a random, quite cheap sketchbook, I guess, because there's actually like no information whatsoever, and I don't even remember where I got it from, like if it was a gift or I picked it somewhere, I don't know. But the reason why I actually picked this one and started my sketching of the mushrooms here was that the surface is a bit smoother than my usual favorite one. I thought I would try it. I like when the surface is a bit rougher, but then I was like, yeah, well, let's try something else. So that's why we're here at this page, and I have to say I like it for the color pencil. Sadly, I don't know what it is. It might be action, possibly also, but I'm not really sure. Yeah, actually the reason for the blues and greens could be the fact that there's no blue and green here at the first page, so that's why. Maybe, yeah. If possible, I'll give the reference, basically what I'm saying. So, we'll start. I'm taking green, whatever, Aquamarine 6-4, but it can be whatever green you have, or whatever, like even color, okay? Why we using just one pencil instead of many, and why it is not graphite pencil? Okay, why? So, you could use a graphite pencil, of course, you know, and just do like with black and white. Obviously the contrast would be the best, but as I said a few times already, and at the start of every video, I love color pencils. I do. And so I also like just sketching with them, even like when it's a tonal sketch like this. So yeah, with graphite you obviously get the most, the biggest range of contrast, but like you can also like try and test how much of it you can get with various color pencils. For this, like the darker the color, the better, of course, because it gives you the biggest chance to explore the values. And this is actually also why I am doing this type of practice, because what we're doing here, we're basically ignoring all the color, and we just focus on the values, and we focus on the shades and all this, okay? And when you have all the noise created by a spectrum of colors, you just are able to focus more on the things that is left. If all you have is this pencil, you'll you'll make sure you do your best to use it to your maximum. So, and it's also useful practice for like getting back to kind of basics, because values and how light or dark something is, that is the biggest piece of information when looking at like realism. You know, like people often think that the biggest thing in realism is detailing and the details and the amount of details. Is actually the values which gives us like the idea about what something is. So if you wanna be more realistic, like do more realism maybe in your drawings, the values is something you do want to focus on and you want to have an idea about. For me personally, I'm obviously still learning because I started just like a year ago with all this, and this is also something I learned pretty fast, that not only from like people who were saying this, but also from my own experience, that putting in the details doesn't really cut it. If the details don't have the proper values, then like, yeah, it's more confusing for the eye than like having less details and better values. What I also like to do, and we might do it like some other time, practice where we don't use one pencil but 3, and that being for every type of value we have 1. So we have a pencil that's the lightest for like light value, then like medium pencil for medium values, and 1 dark. And I like that type of practice a lot, so you could also do that. Let me know in the comments if you would like to see something like that, if you would be interested in, and if you think it's useful. I personally find it useful because it helps me not to concentrate my focus around the color so much. And this then helps me further, like long term. And some people just like get really focused on the colors. So when you use colors that are so different, then like what the reality is, this pushes you forward into like let go of the notion of the color, that the color doesn't fit. So here we have green, which doesn't fit at all, and like we really that forces us to focus on the values. Yeah. Okay, so at this tiny mushroom, it looks like, to say the English translation for for this type of mushroom, and I think it's just mushroom. I'm not really sure. I'll have to look for, let's say, a Latin name. Anyway, I'm quite a fan of mushrooms. I like them. They are very cute, I think, and I know many of them by names from biology, because biology is one of my hobbies actually. And anyway, so what I wanted to say, I forgot again. Oh my god. I wanted to say that yeah, there's spots on the mushroom, like these tiny spots, and that's caused by, this was once just one tiny dark sphere, and as the mushroom is growing up, it cracks and it leaves these spots. What I want to say, I'm like looking at the reference, but I don't really follow it exactly, you know. It doesn't really matter, because like the fact how the mushroom grew and how it crackled, like it's not the same on the mushroom. So like, yeah, if we do it like just to give an idea, basically, we just like hint that it's like this. If like you can't fit all of them in, which happens to me here, or like you going and then you like 2 are left and you don't have any space, just don't worry about it. Like, just keep going. The value of the practice, no pun intended, still remains, although it is not the same. We are not a photocopier. It's a drawing and like practice. Also let me know in the comments if you tried this with me. If you did, then I want to know if you like it, or like if you find any benefits for you. Or if you don't like it, also let me know. Like if you tried and it didn't really do anything for you, you can also tell me. Like I like to know. I would, in the best case, I would like if this inspires you to try and at least give it a shot and like see for yourself if actually this has a potential for you to bring you some new stuff into your sketching life, you know. The green, this aquamarine green went, I think, pretty well for our purpose. Good, good, good. Okay, and we'll do another one. Okay, so time to shine for navy blue. That's 061. Okay, so this one for me, I'll leave the reference, hopefully, here. And this one is quite confusing for me because it's red, and I love this mushroom, but like having it in blue, out of place or something. So I was tempted to take red, but as we agreed on at the start that this will be blue and green, then like yeah, I didn't. So there we have the head of the mushroom, and this is where the leg is going, and I just then, and also I can see it in the reference. Now there we have like these tiny white spots, which are random again because they get distributed as the mushroom is growing. So I'll actually prepare like this, and then I'll hope that I'll be able to preserve them. Like if I maybe next time when we're cheating, highlight them with, let's say, acrylic marker or something. Or I could pretend that they are not white, but they are black. That would actually also make my life easier. Yeah, you don't have to be exact with them because they are random. They got formed as the mushroom was growing, and this is what stayed there from the original like cover. The main thing about these, or like quite a lot of stuff in the nature, is that it is not regular, because there is a lot of regular stuff like in nature. Let's say when you imagine a butterfly, so it's mirror perfect, the markings and stuff, and these, they are not. So we need to acknowledge if something is regular and then like strictly go for it, or if something is not regular and then also we go for it like fully, not to fall into regularity trap. Because often what you wanna do, or at least what I wanna do, I caught myself, I want to make stuff regular, but then it looks worse. If you make it regular, it looks out of place, and that's not what we want. So just make whatever, you know, like your reference is there to tell you like, yeah, it's like somewhat here, etc. And that's it. Now what I'll do when I have these markings, I'll just put the color kinda everywhere. Basically, by covering all the spots, all the area, I'll make it easier for myself to later go there and like just darken, you know, because when there is already something you can work on, it's easier to just like go into the spot compared to when there's nothing. It's still like white and you have to do like everything. It feels like from the scratch, which it is from the scratch at that point. So we'll just fill it in very lightly. And I would like to know, tell me in the comments if you actually sketched mushrooms before, or if it crossed your mind before whatsoever. Good, good, good. So we almost have the head covered. I'll go very lightly just here, and then we'll darken the area that are supposed to be darker. Yeah, I also almost covered my white spots. Let's see what we'll do with it. Okay, so I'll go from the top. Let's see what our blue, our navy blue can do. And I'm avoiding the white spots. Also in the previous one, in the green one, I didn't notice a scratch in the core of the Brutfuner pencil, and here there is one somewhere. Yeah, so I'm not too happy about it, but like so far like not the worst. Okay, I'm not really sure how this uh, how this will turn out, but yeah, it's so pretty in the photograph, but like yeah, I'm not really great at this, I guess. Okay, and I also I just noticed I have two navy blues apart from those two double, like I had hot pinks or something. And yeah, I was actually, when I was creating the swatch chart, I was really struggling with like one blue spot, one pink spot and one green spot. So now I realize there's twice navy blue, which like yeah, I'm fine with that. It's fine. I just noticed, so I wanted to share this with you. And we'll take Clover Green for 6. For this you kinda want to have the pencil sharp. Then like when you're filling the spots, like the areas in. It doesn't have to be that sharp, but like for this it's better if it's sharp. Just doing the rough sketch here because these are pretty prominent. So I'll just like place them in like this, and then I'm going from the top. I'll do the, like as I said, like let's fill everything in with a light layer, so that then we have like something to. Ah, there's a scratch. Ah, I hit this. So that we have something to like react to on the paper already. Okay, there's a second one. I mean, there's many in the picture, but like I'll see how many we'll do. I mean, you can of course like fill the whole page with these, but like I'll do this second one and like then let's see. Okay, so apparently I'm making third one. Yeah, I'm wondering whether we could place something here. I'm not really sure. Also, the video is getting a bit long, so yeah, I think these are the last ones. This is the last one we're doing together today. And this green isn't like as great for, it's a bit too light. We could utilize a darker one for our purpose, because like when I want to really darken, I don't really have much to do. So that's a bit challenging. And I'm kinda like least happy with this. I think I like the most this one, then the blue one, and then this. Yeah. Yes, so that's it. That's our today's page. Thank you very much for watching. If you made it here, thank you very much. I hope you had fun. Let me know in the comments if you tried to draw with me, or if you like planning to try this, and what do you think about these tonal sketches. And if you don't know what to tell me in the comments, like in form of sentence, just leave me emoji with a mushroom, for engagement. Thank you very much. I hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye!